Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on this Crescent pop metal tone arm, and we did a search worldwide for one, and I can't find one. So we're going to rebuild the pop metal, and this is a tricky operation, and it takes a little bit of work. But what we're going to do is we have the broken pieces. The first broken piece lays in here. So what I did was I held it in place with a small piece of duct tape, and I mounted it in place, and then I checked this piece that goes in here. Then I took a wee bit of super glue, and I'm using medium strength or thickness, and I let a bead in. I put it on, and I troweled it into the grooves like this. And then I used my accelerator, and then this peeled off, and then I did the same thing all the way down here, and then this will hold it in place. The stuff is, I use this ST Rebond, which is literally industrial super glue, not the stuff you buy off the shelf at Walmart. I get this at Woodworker Supply. Then this is like putting an 8800 Greek pot back together. Now we're going to fit this one in place. And you put this in, and you have to play with this a lot, and you line it up, and it should just fit in there like that. Now the problem is, we'll glue this one in later, is that this end of the tone arm fits in here. Now,
so it takes all the weight?
It takes all the weight.
And all the stress.
All the stress. But we have these holes that were, I think, had screw holes in them at one time, and they were missing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to re-tap below the cracked out piece. Because you can see if you drop it, it's going to go this way, and it'll break out the top. But once...
How are you going to be able to drill out fragile pot metal like that? Isn't the whole thing going to shatter?
Nope. I'm going to drill it by hand.
Okay.
I'll put everything together, and I'm going to probably use this hole here first and drill through, and I'm going to put in a little bitty screw. Bitty screw, and then I will come up here and hold it with a bitty screw, and then that's probably the two that are going to hold it in place. So now what we're going to have is two screws going through this step right here that goes to the inside, and this is going to, this material, because it's weak on the top, this is going to hold it in place. So I'll have to tell the customer they're going to have to be very, very careful when they lower this down, that they're being very gentle to do it. Now, one other thing I want to talk about is the reproducer. And this is the funnest thing in the world. Back in the day when people couldn't get gasket material, they literally put Kleenex in here. That's what this is, rolled up Kleenex, probably with a little bit of glue. You can see this, see this stuff? See this?
Oh,
is that pretty cool? I think it's very ingenious. I've run into it a few times. The diaphragm's in good place, in good condition. So, you know, this takes like exhibition material. So we'll have to pull all this apart and rebuild it. But this is how you rebuild a pop metal tone arm. And it gets tricky.
It's actually like a puzzle you're putting
together. Oh yeah, it's like a puzzle I'm putting together. And I hope you enjoy these videos on working on one of these, and that's my tip for the day.